In an age where kingdoms rose and fell by the sword, alliances were bartered like spices. But once, amid the echo of war drums and the rustle of silk banners, something unexpected bloomed between a Mughal emperor and a Rajput princess, a love that would cross lines no map dared to draw. He was Alexander, the lion of the Mughal throne, a ruler born into power, shaped by battle, and trained to believe that conquest was the language of kings. She was Isabella, daughter of the desert winds, the Rajput princess of amber, proud, untamed, and as radiant as the flame she was named after. Their first meeting wasn't fate, it was politics. A royal delegation, a treaty forged on parchment but held together by fragile trust. Eyes met, not with softness, but with defiance. She was everything he was not, and that intrigued him more than any territory he'd claimed. What began as a courtesy became a curiosity. In moonlit gardens where jasmine bloomed, they found stolen moments away from watching eyes. No vows, no declarations, just silence that said everything. He watched her recite ancient prayers, and she listened as he penned poetry in a language foreign to her ears but familiar to her soul. They were shadows in each other's world. She carried the fire of her ancestors, and he the weight of an empire. Their hearts knew no common language, yet they spoke fluently in every glance, every breath shared beneath the stars. But love does not rise unchallenged in the corridors of power. Whispers stirred in both courts. His advisors saw her as a threat. Her kin saw him as the enemy still cloaked in charm. Walls, once built of stone and strategy, now rose between them, made of bloodlines, belief, and duty. And still, they chose each other. In defiance of fear, beneath the first blush of dawn, they met at the banks of the river that had for centuries divided kingdoms. No clergy, no crown, only the sky above as witness. Two hands joined. Two worlds collided, not in war, but in will. What followed wasn't a fairy tale. There were struggles, protests, quiet resistance and loud rejection, but they stood unshaken. Slowly, the tide turned. In the Mughal court, the princess introduced Rajput customs, and the emperor built places of worship side by side, temples beside mosques, rituals woven like threads in a shared tapestry. Unity was not commanded, it was lived. Their union did not end every war, but it began a new way of imagining peace. A peace built not on compromise, but on mutual reverence. And so their story slipped into legend. In palaces and in poems, children grew up hearing of the emperor who chose love over power, and the warrior princess who bridged fire and silk, sword and scripture. A tale told not in battles, but in hearts won. Because once, in a world torn by difference, two souls chose each other and became an empire no army could conquer.